Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I'm kind of liking this look. We went a little bit darker than usual, but not too over the top, I don't think. But I don't like the lip. I thought I would. I think I should have went more with a dark red brown than a burgundy. This is more vampy. It's the Lisa Eldridge um the lip gloss in, oh, what was it in? Muse? No, Myth. It was Myth. Yeah. And I could have probably have chosen to go with like maybe Cinnabar. That's more brown. But I'm even thinking more of a toastier brown, to be honest. But we'll make this do. No big deal. Because it's about the eye look. And what palette am I wearing? I will say, I don't use this palette very often. Let's get started. I'll swatch them at the end so you can see them. But I will say this palette, it's pretty cool. This palette's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the formula in it is good. It if you go in with a very light hand, because they are such rich dark colors, you will be all right. Like, it won't be too bad. But if you were to go in with a very heavy hand, it can get very out of control very quickly. I will let you know. I'll be the first to admit that, because when it's like certain formulas are buildable. Certain formulas just start out with a bang. And I am not equipped to start out with a bang. I have to build my shadows up. I'm not good at blending, and I'm just not good with colors in general, to be honest. So I do prefer shades that usually are more buildable instead of starting out. But if you go in, tap off, you'll be fine. Now, this particular palette's not available anymore, so there's that. But man, if you guys can guess this palette, and if you ever get a chance to get it. Like, I wish I could tell you what it was, but I can't because you gotta guess it. But this palette is so cool. Like, it really is. Oh, we're gonna go in a bit way later. We're gonna go ahead and start darkening up that outer corner. Like, the palette itself, the color story is really cool. And I went more, I think I should have went more red to match my shirt, but I did in the end go more purple burgundy, I think, than I did red, which is fine. It still goes. It's okay. It's not my best as far as like matching, but sometimes you gotta step outside the box. So I kind of did with this look, because I don't think it necessarily matches my clothes, but it's not far off. But you can see, like, they blend very easily in together. And if you go in with a light hand, and the colors just in this palette work so well together to create a nice gradient, cohesive look. And I feel like no matter what shadow you use, if you go from light to dark, like, it's gonna work. You know what I mean? No matter how you decide to, if you go more red, more burgundy, more purplish. But this palette here, when I first got it, I'll be honest, I didn't care for it, because these they're just so dark and rich that I was scared to death. And it's so funny to say, because it's just makeup. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was scared, because it only takes one mess up. We're gonna take that same dark shade and run it along the lower lash line. It takes one bad move with a dark shadow, and oh, are you ever in so much trouble. Unless you're really good at, blending and stuff, or cleaning up a mistake. which I am good at neither, because I don't know what I'm doing. I will say the more familiar you get with formulas, the better you'll be also. But at the same time, no matter how familiar you get with a formula, I've noticed that the brands, they change up their formulas too. So, and this brand is definitely known for changing up its formula. Now, I've been lucky, and I don't think I have any palettes from them that have received a not so good review, to be fair, but I know they're out there. But this brand, I don't, to be fair, it doesn't carry to my makeup preference, because I do like a very subtle, more subdued, I guess, look, not so deep and rich as far as that goes. I like color, but I like it not deep colors, you know what I mean? And this brand's definitely more into the deeper, darker colors, which makes sense, because not every brand can be the same, you know, and not every brand's going to cater to what what I like, or even what somebody else may like. But I still, the formula is really good in this palette. The color story is really good. The packaging is so cool. I consider this Halloween, like, in that era. I don't know if others would, though. So this could be interpreted a lot of different ways. I feel like some people will be like, oh yeah, that's definitely, I could see October. And then some people will be like, what? How does that have anything to do with the month of October, you know? And this is a pretty color. It is dark, but it's like not too metallic. But it's such a deep, dark metallic. I don't have many things like this in my collection, like I said, because I just don't go this deep and dark. And when I do, there's only one brand that I actually do have that goes this way, to be fair. But I will say that I think this collection sold out in the matter of no time. And it just definitely reminds me of Halloween. In the best ways, too. I'm going to take a matte today, actually, to highlight the inner corner. I know, who am I? There's really not that many light colors in this palette, to be fair. But it does have this particular one, and I think it works pretty well for an inner corner for me. Okay, so you can see how deep and dark this side is versus this side. Whoops. I feel like you can tell a little bit of a difference in this side. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think it's wore away. Maybe. It's definitely, the colors shifted. If you can see this eye compared to this eye. This one's more like a coppery shade, and this one is more, it's just different. And the reason is because I actually popped a color right in the middle of my lid to kind of, I thought, brighten it up a little bit, but it didn't really do what I thought it was going to do. But it didn't do bad either, you know. Might have not did what I thought it was going to do, but it did something interesting nonetheless. You know, you see what it like didn't necessarily tone. Well, yeah, I guess that's what it did. It toned down the orangey red color of that, I believe. What did I do with my? Like I said, I'll swatch them at the end so you can see what I did. Alright, now we're going to line the top lash line and lower lash line with a black. I do think this is a pretty good black too. And I think the eyeliner I used today for the waterline really, I don't necessarily think it kind of goes with the look, but it definitely ties my shirt in. Yeah, this is definitely a black. I would say that it is definitely one of my blackest shadows that I have. I don't know how easy that would be to work with if you were using it, because again, I'm just using it to line. But if it's like the other mats, to me, you would just go in with a light hand and it should be okay. But when this palette came out, I was so interested in it, and all the looks that came from them, which I'm not gonna lie, it was the packaging that sold me on the palette. I could care less about the color story or how it performed, because honestly I knew I kind of wasn't gonna like the color story just because it is so deep and dark, so I was prepared for that. But at the same time, I really do like the color story. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with that same color that I used on the lower lash line and kind of blend that black out a little bit. That, like I said, that black is black. So I guess really any of these colors you could make any even darker if you wanted to be fair, because it is so black. I did get a little bit of fallout with the shade I popped in the middle, but I didn't spray, so that's, you know, on me, as I always say. Alright. But it's definitely not a look I usually go for, but overall I really do think it's pretty and different in a good way. You know what I mean? And I think not only does it represent Halloween in my eyes, but it also represents fall. Or, well, maybe more winter with the darker shades, actually. Might be more winter, not fall, but I would still go with fall with it, to be honest. And then I actually curled my lashes. Look at that. Look at me. Look at me. And then for mascara, I used... What did I use? Where is it? I used something. I probably dropped it is what I done, but... Or I stuck it somewhere. See, this is why I should not be allowed to hit start until I find every single thing that I use and lay it here, even though I know I'm going to lose it, knock it over or something in the process, because that is what I do every time. I really don't know. I'm trying to even think what I used for mascara now that I'm thinking about it. I had everybody in here watching Halloween show while I had filmed. You know, this is just something else sometimes, I tell you. Me and my crazy life and the stuff I do. Where would I put it even? Because I ain't even seeing it laying anywhere. And usually if I use something, I set it right here. Or I accidentally put it in this thing sometimes, but I didn't. I was looking for a lip, I think. Okay, so I can't remember what mascara I used, y'all. That's crazy. So we'll go in with no, I do remember. I used my Tower 28. But I cannot find my big one right now, so we're going to go with the little one, I guess, that I just got. I hate to open this, but I want to stick with the same mascara. So Top Lashes, Tower 28. Ow. And then the bottom lashes, Lancome. I don't know what I did with that mascara because that's the big one. This is just I could see me losing this one easily because it's so little. It's hard for me to believe that I lost the big one. It happens. Even with the best of intentions, I seem to mess up all the time. But we'll find it. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere after I'm done. And then I'll be like, oh, it was right in front of me the whole time. And I opened this one up for no reason. But I do like this mascara, so really I would use it anyway. But I was waiting a little longer so that I could use it once the big one was gone, because I hate to waste. And then once you open it, of course, it's already countdown, as always. We're going to put the Lancome on the bottom. Okay. I think it looks pretty good, y'all. Alright, so that is it for that. Let's swatch these colors. They do stain. Again, these are all clues. I use that color first, and you'll see when I swatch them how rich these shades are. And like, I didn't even get to the like true depth of them, to be fair, because you could build these mats like no other to get to the actual pigment that in the black. Wait until you see this black. I mean, it is staining my fingers. Look at that. And of course I should have probably started with the lightest color first, but I didn't, so I'm hoping I can get at least one of my fingers cleaned off pretty good. Yeah, so that I cannot mix colors. Actually, now swatching them, the shade that I put on in the middle, I probably could have used that one for inner corner too. So let's go through. I started with this shade, and then I deepened with this. This is on the lid. That's that black I was telling you that I lined with. It's black. That's the color I put in my inner corner, and then that's the shade that I like dabbed right in the middle there. So that probably could have worked for my inner corner too, to be honest. So I actually have two options, which isn't bad, for inner corner. So you can definitely see it goes light to dark for sure, just out of these two shades right here, even though there's plenty of dark up here. But, and if you mix and, you know, you can get even lighter shades. I don't do that. I'm not a makeup artist. I would have it so messed up it's lame funny. But I hope the shades help. Can you guess what palette I am wearing today? If you can, leave it in the comments. Did I give you 3 clues? I talked about the brand. I talked about the packaging. And I gave you the color story. So you got at least 3 in there. Oh, eyeliner that I chose today. Like I said, I really do think it went well with this look. Is the Sistas from the ColourPop and Hocus Pocus collection. And then blush is the Strawberry Shortcake blush from Glamlight. Bronzer is it's ColourPop bronzer, and I have no idea. It's just called bronzer. This is so old, y'all. I'm just trying to use it up. You know what I mean? And for highlighter, it is the Charlotte Tilbury in Champagne Glow. So that is that's the rest that's on my face, and that's all I have for you today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, unless there's a new launch. And don't forget to guess what palette this could be down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.